I lost 180 pounds on a meat-focused way of eating, and here's what I ate today. Well, good morning. I am here to tell you I thought I was going to die last night. My sister worked my tail off. You know, I'm not a very, well, my other sister called me this morning. She's like, so what hurt and why did it hurt? Because on Saturdays, I'm standing 8-9 hours, you know what I mean, while I'm cooking this and running up and down the steps. But so we were trying to figure out why I was so sore last night, but I think it's because I was squatting and then stand up, and then my upper body, she would be screwing something in, and I'd have to push back to help support whatever it was she was screwing into. And anyway, I ended up, I needed the 2 Tylenol last night. Usually I take 2 Tylenol just to sleep, but Lord have mercy, I was like exhausted. I called my mom. I'm like, Mama, she may be older than me, but it's hard to keep up with her. But anyway, I went to Walmart. Here, I want to take a bite of this. I want to see what it's like. So this is what I made yesterday, my maple waffle and pecan sticky bun pancake. Then I fried, and I have an egg, a piece of fat-free single cheese, and when I was at Walmart, they had, it's a beef and pork ground blend. It's good. What I was thinking was like, it'd be kind of like a sausage, but the stamina of beef. And I got some tomatoes, apple. So what's left? They're coming over. My sister, I gotta get a paper towel. Hang on just a second. Okay, so she'll come over. Well, so my sister's very active and she loves pickleball. So Mom's neighbor plays pickleball. Here now. Get out of here, Lynette. So this morning, my sister is going to play pickleball, which is good. Maybe she'll be a little slower when she gets to my house. This one is I say not like gym rat. Like, I don't know that she goes to gym to lift, but she does a lot of the those classes, aerobic type stuff, and Pilates. She does them at home and at the gym. She used to teach a class too. I know some of y'all have trouble with somebody eating and talking. I'm sorry, this section won't be for you. I can't help it because I'm hungry. So anyway, so that's what I'm eating for breakfast. So then, okay, so she's playing pickleball. Then Mom bought some kind of fajita something or another, and she's got all the stuff that goes with it. And instead of us going over there and having it for supper tonight, Mom's bringing it over to my house, and we are going to, it's microwavable, I think, and so we're going to build it here. So we're going to have it here, and, oh, that reminds me, I need to tell her to pick up some, anyway, so we're having some kind of fajita, something or another here, and so we'll have that at lunch, and then we're going to be adding the top piece onto my china cabinet. And we got polyurethane it and stuff. What else do I know? Went to Walmart. Dadgum, I was over. And I really thought, I was like, I'll leave this and get this instead. And I guess I got too many of, I'll get this instead. So I was $40 over, but that's all right. It'll be okay. Did I get anything exciting? I don't think so. No, not really. What else happened? Oh, I got laundry going. And so that timer's going to go off here in a minute. Oh, I got Sammy a toy. Hang on just a second. Sammy loves and hates squeakers. Look at that tail. But I got him one that didn't have stuffing much. It has a little bit in the head. He's already destuffed it a little bit. But look, it's got squeaker, 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 squeaker. He's already taken one squeaker out. What'd you think of that, boy? What'd you think of that, boy? Hang on, let me zoom out here. Well, you give me that. He loves toys. The others don't care about toys. Baxter didn't have time for that. He's too busy gardening. And her, well, that's just, I don't know. Ooh, boop. Look at that sweet boy's face. I just kissed him. Mwah. No, I kissed him. He says, guys, if there's one thing about me, if I shenan once, I'm going to shenan again. Oh, he does have a cough. I called the vet and Monday or Tuesday, so I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't have the congestive heart failure or something, but we'll find out. He's 9. He's a big boy. He's an older boy. So I'll got to call the vet Monday and get that set up. I called today and they said but I was at my calendar to call. But anyway, so that's what I know, guys. And Mom's bringing the food over here. And so I cleaned off my counter. And I made room on the counter. Well, that don't need to be there. So we'll set the food up here and microwave it and all that good stuff. Oh, is it? Okay, no, it's not bad. That's good because Mom's microwave is spotless. So, all right, well, I'm going to finish eating and I'll see you all the next thing. Hey, I don't think I've said this in a while, and I always try to, oh, wait a minute, Callie, come back here, ma'am. Don't be going outside. She was wanting me to pet her, and then I talk to you people. Oh, there's my girl. Don't go outside, because then she's going to go outside and bark. Anyway, squirrel. I haven't said it in a while. Some of you all have YouTube channels. So if you have a YouTube channel or a channel on the TikTok or whatever, put a link to it in the description or down in the comments in my video anytime. I love whenever I hear somebody's out of channel. I think it's fun following people. And if you're new to changing your way of eating, my biggest suggestion is make your own channel. You know, you can actually upload videos, and what you can do is keep them private so nobody can see your videos. But it will allow you to come back later on and you'll be able to look and say, oh, wow, that's how I was looking. That's how I was cooking at that time frame. And you don't have to do it every day. You know, do 1 or 2 times a week. But I would suggest that people make their own YouTube channel. And if they're brave enough, make it public. You know, it's about sharing your story and letting others learn from your journey. You know, I'm never going to get, because I'm not willing to put in the work. It takes a lot of work to get to those 100K subscribers. I am not about that life. I was watching my subscriber list go down. But if you want to be a successful channel, you got to chase it. And when I say chase it, I mean, you have to always do something bigger and better and more outlandish. And, you know, like I watched some of those videos where they clean their house. Well, you know, they clean their house. Well, that's fine. But now what? So they go find somebody else's house to clean. And then they got to find a dirtier house. And then they have to find a more extreme house. So these people that grow their channels have to be loud and extreme. Not loud, but extreme. And I'm not that life. I am just like, this is what I'm eating. I'm going to tell you what me and my sister are doing. I'm going to tell you about my goofy dogs. And that's all you get. Like I said, I was watching my numbers go down, and if they will, my numbers will go down to where there's only like 4 or 5 of y'all left, and that's how life is. I'm okay with it. This ain't my full-time job. This is me just socializing. But for anybody who is starting a journey, I suggest you record certain things that you're eating, whether it's a whole day or a meal or whatever, and upload it to a YouTube channel, because someday when you maybe lost 50 pounds, 40 pounds, and you're feeling better and you're feeling more confident, you can go in and change those videos to public. So you can decide at what point you might want to share those with other people, or leave them unlisted And then you could send the link to somebody and be like, hey, take a look and see what you think about this video. But nobody can see it unless you share the link, the specific link. So there's so many ways of doing it. And I'm sorry, y'all, my eye's really bugging me today. But anyway, there's so many ways you can do it. And I suggest that you record the things you're eating, the things you're doing, so that way you have that in your life for the future. But anyway, so if you have a channel, if you have a TikTok, if you have a whatever it is, put the link, not just the name, but the link, because sometimes whenever I search for names, they don't show up very well. So just, you can go to your homepage and copy the link and share it. Share the link down in my comment section so we can all see you and follow you. Or if you have a private channel, that's okay. Don't tell us. But anyway, I just recommend that you do it. So Mom brought this. It's chicken fajitas and grilled chicken breast. We have some tortilla shells, and I'll show you this bread here in just a second. Well, I'll go show you. Hang on. We got some tortilla shells and some cheese and that and that and that. And we're sitting over there. So that's gonna be our lunch. Mom got some really spicy stuff. We're all sniffing, but this is my second taco or burrito. I don't know what you want to call it. There's no lettuce. And she's got some chips and some queso dip. So that's what we're having for our lunch. So we did one coat of the polyurethane. It has to sit for 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. So I've got to let it sit another hour because it's been on there 3 hours. And we've glued it down. And so it's just drying, like the glue is drying. And then after where'd I put my buffers? So whenever it's done curing, I will take this buffer and I'll just buff it a little bit. And then I'll wipe it off and then polyurethane it again. So that's the game plan for the moment. So I'm just going to show you what I'm eating because as soon as I'm done eating, we got more work to do. So I'm having a salad. I've got some chicken with barbecue sauce and dressing and a pistachio keto chow creamy. So that's my supper, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so now it has been time. So with the polyurethane, we did one coat, and now I have to kind of scuff it up. Because what I'm doing is kind of evening it out that first layer, and then I have to polyurethane it again. So now I'm just going to go through. I'm not sure how hard to do it. But I think the purpose is just evening out, because some places absorb the polyurethane and some places the polyurethane stayed on top. Certain parts of my floor are crooked. I got to do the sides because we polyurethane the sides and underneath. And then I got to go down the side, and then I'm going to do it over one more time. So I'm doing the sides, and now underneath. Like I said, I'm not sure how hard I'm supposed to do it, but I'm just giving, I'd say a medium pressure. Like I'm not, but I'm not. My plan is, after I get this done, after I sand this, I'm going to kind of look for any shiny spots. That'll kind of help me know if maybe I'll go back and forth. I would imagine that there's somebody on here that's done this before, and you're like, oh, no, don't do it that way, Terri. go the other way, or do circles. I don't know, but I would imagine that there's people out there who've done this a lot. And you're like, girl. I don't see any like super shiny spots. We're using a, I think we're using a, hang on, my nose itching. This one is a satin, a clear satin. So now I want to get all these things away because they're dusty. And then I got to wipe it off with a paper towel. So I got really full really fast. I know it's because I had 2 tacos and I had, you done know, you already know, I had a poop ton of them tortilla chips. I should have stuck with my own, but come on. Terri lately has been being pretty dangerous with what she's been doing. Pretty dangerous. She's been kind of creeping back to the wild side, so let me wipe this off again here. And then we're gonna polyurethane this bad boy. Okay. Feel like that was good. I gotta blow my nose. Hang on. We're supposed to have storms tonight, so I went ahead and gave Callie her anti-storm medicine, and I gave Baxter his anti-anxiety medicine because I thought, well, they're gonna need something. Hang on, let me set this paper plate down. I like to use paper plates for stuff. You know, they're sturdy and you can catch drippings and whatnot. So now I need to open that back up. So I need a screwdriver. But anyway, so yeah, we are supposed to have some pretty rough storms around here. And so I gave Callie some her storm medicine. I gave Baxter and Sammy both some they don't like thunder, but they're not the same. They're not the same as Callie in a sense of when they hear thunder, they're not like, now I'm going to pour some of this on here. That's what we did. Oh, tear. That's what we had to do earlier. But anyway, yeah. So Sammy and Baxter, they're just not fans of the thunder, whereas it looks like pee, don't it? But Callie, she shivers, so for her it's a whole different ball game than with the boys. Come on down here, fella. Come on down here. I'm super excited. I'm so proud of my sister's job, and like I said, it was good. We did a good job together. We worked well together. I didn't get her on her nerves too much. This sure looks bubbly compared to earlier, but I'm gonna trust the process and keep going. Maybe it's just because it's too thick. I'm gonna give it time. But that is not how it looked earlier. But maybe it might look different because it's not going on on just this plain wood. Now it's going on top of polyurethane. You know, so it's polyurethane on polyurethane, and earlier it was polyurethane on wood. So that was probably why. Interesting to see how it looks. Making sure I got all the places. I know I got to do way up there more, but I don't want to, I'm trying to make it even. I don't want to have places where it's like a pool of it. And after I'm all done, I will probably run this over it again. But also, I've got to do the sides and up underneath the sides. Just going to kind of gently run this out to the edge. I like the colors of wood in this. After we polyurethaned it, it's not, it's still blonde, but it has almost like a reddish, yellowish tint to it. And I really like that. Okay, so kind of what my sister did was she took one of the sponge and ran along the side and had a plate under it and then kind of ran underneath. But like I said, I just want to kind of get this done. I'm very nervous, guys. This is bubbly, and that makes me nervous. So, but let me use this now. Let me see how this works. All right. So what she did was put a little bit on it, and then she kind of did this. Just kind of all the way down. And then at the end, did that. That. What I want to see is, do the bubbles that's interesting. There's no bubbles when I use the brush. Huh. Well, that changes things. If I really mess this up, my sister's going to kick my hiney poke. I really don't have to, maybe it's just so much. I'm kind of wondering if it's just too much, that I poured on there too much. So maybe just take some of it off. Just run this up. It does seem to be making it look nicer. Okay, and then do the side. Bottom. Tell you one thing, this stuff sure is gonna make me higher than a kite. If I start stripping, hopefully editing Terri will catch it and we'll take that part out. I do think I'm going to go ahead and run this brush over again and see how it goes, see what happens. That looks better. It is a little bubbly, but I can't tell. I think I might do this. Because if I want it all to look the same, trying to make it go to all the same place down there. When my sister and I were scruffing it up a little bit, Mom was laughing because we were both standing at different ends. And she was like, y'all are going to have a bow in the middle because neither of y'all are scrubbing the middle. Just take a look at it. Yeah, I feel like that looks better. Should I do down here a second? This thing. Kind of want it all to make sure I have it the same, using the same brush, you know, the same type brush. Yeah, earlier it had bubbles, but I don't see bubbles now. Maybe it just was absorbing through the things. We do, like I said, we're doing, I think it was a semi-gloss, whatever it was I just said a while ago. I chose that, we were talking, and it was that or satin. But satin, you know, is going to be shiny, and I wasn't sure I really wanted shiny. I was kind of thinking I wanted something a little more rustic looking on the top. I was thinking it might be kind of fun to have a little bit more of a rustic look, a little bit more of a less, closer to a butcher block look, you know what I mean? Okay, so I think I'm leaving a mark, so I'm going to go all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. I'm seeing like stopping points. It's been fun doing this project with my sister. Alright. I don't see any break points. So I'm going to push it back. And I'm supposed to take her polyurethane back to her tomorrow. Ugh, hang on. Trying to do this and not bump anything. It's all glued down now. So this is how it will look this is how it's going to look for us. And I showed you all the back yesterday. But when it's all done, I'm able to start using it. I'll let you know. What I might do, I could see myself doing this again in the morning. This is her stuff, so I need to send it back with her. Apply a thin coat using a high quality foam brush. Let dry 3 to 4 hours. Lightly sand with fine sandpaper. Remove all dust. Apply a second coat. If a third coat is desired, repeat step 6 before application. So in the morning, what time is it? I ain't gonna be up until 10 o'clock. Oh, you're all the way over there. So in the morning, I guess I'll take a look at it and see what I think. And it'll be dry in the morning. You're not supposed to use it for 24 hours, but if it looks fine in the morning, I'll leave it. Like I said, it's supposed to be more of a, I guess more of a, kind of a matte, M-A-T look. So, all right, well, that's what we did. I'll see you guys later. Bye.